This is the story of State Bank of India, the largest and the oldest financial institution of the country, a bank which is now nearly 2 centuries old, having passed through several incarnations and has remained the flagship of Indian banking. Born in 1806 as the Bank of Calcutta, it was redesignated as the Bank of Bengal and followed by the Bank of Bombay and the Bank of Madras. In 1921, the 3 banks of Bengal, Bombay and Madras were amalgamated to form the Imperial Bank of India. In 1955, by an Act of Parliament, the Imperial Bank of India was taken over by the government as the banking arm of the government for the development of the national economy. All through the phases of the 3 presidency banks and the Imperial Bank of India, the bank financed practically every manufacturing and mining activity of the country, besides promoting trade and commerce. In 1955, the State Bank of India assumed a new role, the role of development banking. Since then, the mode of banking changed from class banking to mass banking. The State Bank of India today has emerged as a people's bank.
We have been banking with State Bank for the last 40 years. There was a recession and we had to go into losses. But being under BIFR, State Bank came to our help and it supported us to the hill, and we are out of BIFR.
I am proud of our commitment to society, much more than pride I would have in my balance sheet. It's big. But who makes it happen? We make it happen, yes, but then I think a very large mass of customers who are behind us, they make it happen.
I feel State Bank is a temple to me. They trust me that this person will grow definitely. They may see some potential in me.
Our vision was always very big, that we wanted to be one of the largest, one of the well-known companies of India, of ball pen manufacture, quality, everything. But then with the financial assistance, those dreams which were 4 or 5 years down the line, realized maybe in a year's time.
It took us 10 years to put a simple branch level application. It took us 10 years to put it in 3,000 branches. It has taken us less than a year to push it from 3,000 to 9,000 branches. The advantage we are now having, which we didn't have in the last 10 years probably in terms of moving technology out, is technology itself has transformed from a distributed bit of activity to centralized activity. This time around, we are bringing technology with business process changes of a very significant order. Back offices are being moved out of branches, being aggregated across cities. So the economies of scale will come in and branches would look different in physical terms and become totally focused on customer and product delivery. This is a global model and SBI would see implementing this global model over the next, it's already started actually, but results will be clearly seen on the street in the next 18 to 24 months.
We started moving from a distributed kind of setup to a centralized kind of setup. So the networking became one of the important technology initiatives. Then as a corollary to this, you got to go for a central core banking solution. ATM became another major, very important strategic delivery platform for us. It's very strong with almost about 4,000 ATMs, not only covering SBI but also all the associate banks. The internet banking as another important delivery channel. The treasury and the asset liability management, ALM solution. These two were also accepted that at the apex level bank will have to have solid systems with proper risk management.
The bank is not changing only in terms of technology, because we are now replacing the standalone distributed versions of technology in branches and moving to a robust core banking solution based on networking and real-time transactions. We have the biggest wide area network in the country today, 3,000 plus branches connected at 99 point plus reliability and uptime.
The core banking, we have gone for Banks 24, which has been, which is a solution from FNS Australia. Tata Consultancy Services has got the responsibility of solution integration. For the ATM, we had zeroed in on Base 24, the tandem hardware, which is essentially the HP Himalaya server, which is being used with Base 24 as the application. We have support from FSS, Financial Software Systems. It's a Chennai-based company who are in charge of the entire application part of it. The ATMs that we use are all of world-class standards, touchscreen based, the latest technology. They have come from NCR and Diebold. The internet banking solution, which is extremely important for us as one of the delivery channels, is Broad Vision, which is the application solution. The front end is done by Satyam. The trade finance has come from Eximbles, which is from China Systems. The treasury solutions are basically Condor Plus, and then the Urbis for the back office side of it. This is, there are two essentially vendors who are actually actively associated with the entire solution part of it. One is Reuters and Unisys. The network uses world-class equipments, mostly supplied by Cisco, whether it is for the routers or for the modems. We are extremely happy with the way the network is actually functioning, and Intel has been working very closely with us in the sense that we must be one of the largest users of the Intel servers, Intel nodes for that matter, because the distributed platform, which is currently there in all the 9,000 branches, it's all using the Intel platform. So end of January we had 14,630 branches of not only SBI but also associate banks, all computerized using this technology.
Every bank has its own market, its own set of customers, its region and its aspirations. Technology is very often neutral to this. It's a question of how you use technology. We made up our mind how we should use technology. We really want to, because we are a large bank and a customer base, a footprint in every aspect of business. The largest number of large corporates, a very large bank of SMEs, a very large number of rural customers, an enormous size of retail banking. We want to make sure that technology is available for every segment in its own proportion and in the right way at the right time. Our plans are very clear. We want to be up there actually, using technology, using good processes and extremely aggressive policies.
I'd rather not look at it in a perspective, had I gone to another bank. I look in a perspective of I'm glad I came to this bank. Ifs and buts is an altogether different story, and I'd rather not look at a different story. I look at a story which is based in present, which is based on mutual trust, confidence and cooperation, and that's what I'm experiencing at the moment in more than one ways, which is pleasurable, and so I'd rather stick to it.
The amazing penetration of State Bank of India across modern and rural India makes it truly a people's bank.
Wherever you are in India, because it's a bank with 9,000 branches, you have the same systems being followed. For the customer, the bank is the branch he visits. But in a largely globalized world today, if you were to ask somebody in the US, saying what is State Bank of India, for him it would be a very strong balance sheet and an amazing distribution capability.
Once the State Bank goes on the run, they just run and they just implement things well. After all, which is the other bank, not only in this country but anywhere in the world, which has actually taken technology to grassroots at each and every branch that it operates? I think that's a remarkable achievement.
We are changing very fast, and the fact that we are big and we are old is no bar to quick change. You'll see this happen.